All right, guys, thanks for joining us here in studio.
That's right.
Coming off a great season, man. I'll tell you what, last year was a lot of fun to watch the Fighting Illini come back. First 10-win season since 2001. First bowl win since 2011, and the first time you guys beat an SEC team. What was the reason behind the success of last year?
I'll just say like the brotherhood we had, the family brand we just always preached to the team. I think that's really why we had a 10-win season.
How about it, Josh?
I think the success from the way we practiced and the way we prepared in the offseason, and those things led us into a great 2024 season, and hopefully we do the same things in 2025.
Josh?
I'd have to agree. It's the communication, the prep that we took every day, and the approach that we took led to our success.
You know, I want to go back to you, Gabe, because you brought up something interesting. And I look back at your quarterback, Luke Altmaier, and what he did last year. He had 22 touchdown passes, just 6 picks. And there was some talk that he might transfer to Tennessee. And instead, he chose to stay at Illinois. And he talked about the brotherhood. He talked about the camaraderie that had been built. You understand what he was saying?
Yeah, Luke's been here at Illinois for 2 years, and he just built relationships that, he never imagined. So I think that's really one of the big reasons why he came back for his last year.
How does that happen? How was it, Josh, that you guys built such a great bond amongst each other?
I think it came from we played a lot of games with each other in 2023 and then leading into 2024. And then all throughout the offseason, we all train together, and then the coaches won't be there during the July. And that's the moment that we all grow as a team even more. And then we get together and we hang out over the weekends and just talk and build brotherhood.
Josh, you feel the same way, that being around each other all the time just builds this bond?
Yeah, I do. I feel like when you're able to joke around with each other and you're able to talk to one another outside of the game, and it leads to greater communication during the game, and you get to know each other better.
I want to talk to you about the head coach, Brett Bielema, because this guy is loud, he's energetic, but players love playing for him. Why?
I like playing for him because of the type of man that he is. The guy that I saw when I walked in the first time, I sat down in the hotel basement and I was listening to him speak, and he'd preach about being tough, smart, dependable. That was his DNA, and that's what he was going to live and die by. And that's kind of what I live and die by, and that's the work ethic that I like. And I like working for someone that's going to work just as hard, if not harder, than what I'm doing.
Josh, you remember the first time you met Bielema?
I do remember the first time I met Coach B when I came as a freshman, and I agree with Josh here too. The way he's been since my time being here is always the same. He's always the same guy, and he always brings it every single day. He's giving us his all, and we just know he's going to put us in the best position possible to win.
Gabe, is that what it's about when you're a college player, being able to trust the man that, came into your living room and said, I want you to play college football for me, and that's where this bond has been developed between the players and Coach B? Yeah,
I just think, Coach B's been pretty consistent, throughout his time with me. Ever since I met him, he's been the same dude every day. He said what he's going to do. He's very, very just caring for the players, wants to build relationships with the players. So I think that's really important, coming into football.
Is there a good story that you guys can share with us about Coach B on the practice field or maybe away from the cameras that really, signifies what type of man this guy is?
I think that Coach is who he is. I think he's always himself. I think he puts that out there, whether he talks to the media or whether he's talking to us. That's how he always is. He doesn't let cameras into the building while we're really talking about football and all that kind of stuff, but that's who he is. He is who he is.
By the way, do you follow him on social media?
I do follow Coach B on social media.
you guys all follow him on social media?
Yeah.
I need you to share it with me. What's behind the beef with Coach B?
I think he's just proud of his team. He wants us to accomplish more, and I think he rides for us, and that's why we ride for him.
Yeah, he not only stands up for his players, Gabe, he stands up for you guys, but he also stands up for the university. He stands up for the other sports at the University of Illinois. I would assume that everyone in the athletic department loves Coach B with what he does on social media.
Yeah, everyone loves Coach B. He's just a very passionate guy, as you can tell on social media. Like, he cares about his players, everybody on staff. So that's just who he is day in, day out, very passionate.
You follow him on a regular basis, Josh?
I try to. I try to stay off of social media a ton, but when I do see a good clip, it makes the day.
By the way, I follow Coach B on social media, so I checked out his social media this morning. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but at 11:45 this morning, he posted a tweet that read, "Feel some good news coming for the Illini family." Have you guys heard?
Usually that means a recruit is coming. If you
Yeah.
follow him on social media,
Yeah.
that's what he's talking about. So
All
he's letting
right.
everyone know about the recruits. That's what that tweet means.
Anyone have any idea who's coming to the Fighting Illini?
I have no idea.
No, I don't,
No?
I don't have a clue, no.
Gabe, you tied for the second most sacks in Big Ten games last year. You had 7. What are your expectations for this season? And I don't want to put you on the spot, but you can give me a number if you want. Tell me what you're thinking about as you look ahead.
Yeah, just being just a better player from last year, and not to just, dwell on the last year. That was last year. I got to do better this year, and just working hard consistently every day, doing everything I can in my power just to be a better player, whether that's just nutrition, taking care of my body, putting in the extra hours to be a great player, and that's what I'm doing right now.
It always helps when you got another guy on that line, or at least part of that pass rush that's helping put pressure on, and you guys got a guy out of the transfer portal named James Thompson Jr., who's coming over from Wisconsin. Talk about a man, 6'6", 300 pounds.
Yeah,
I bet
you
you're
do.
hoping he's taking some of the blocking off
Yeah,
your back, and
he
you
definitely
guys you
will.
don't have to worry about.
Yeah, he be them double teams. So I'm looking forward to James Thompson in his future, and can't wait to play with that guy.
Josh, we know the bloodlines you come from. Dad was a terrific player with the Bears, and you're probably always asked about it, but for the audience out there, do you ever go to him for advice? What has he taught you as you get ready for this season in college football?
Of course, I go to my dad for advice, just like any son would to his father. It'd be dumb for me not to. He's taught me a lot about playing center, about how to approach the game, how to practice, all that stuff I go to him about for sure, and so does my brother James.
Are you looking forward to this next level, this senior season for you?
I am looking forward to it. It's my last season playing with a lot of the guys that I came in with for their last season and just building off last year.
Is he a fan on Saturdays? I mean, what's it like? Because I remember going into the Bears locker room, and he scared the heck out of all us media guys. Does he bring that same passion now watching you?
I think my dad is who he is, but he helps. He helps me a ton, and he's watching the game and just correcting me and my brother with things he sees, and that's very helpful throughout the season.
I love following him, man. He's out there always cheering for you guys on social media. Josh, let me give you a wrap-up. Offensive line has great size this year. So many starters are back for this football team. First of all, give me your personal goals, and what type of goals do you see for this Illini football team?
My goals for this year is to show everyone what I can do and be confident in how I play, be able to maximize the opportunities that I have, and help the team win every game that they can, no matter what I have to do that.
I was looking at some of the predictions earlier this morning, and they've got you guys top 5. I mean, Illinois being taken seriously this year. Do you feel that's where you guys belong, or should you guys be at the top with Ohio State and Oregon?
I feel like wherever they want to rank us, they could rank us. Even if we're not ranked, it don't matter to me. Like we're gonna play every game the same intensity. I'm gonna play the same game with the same intensity every single time. Give it my all, no matter who it is, whether it's a ranked opponent, not whether we're ranked, unranked. I know who we are, and I know what we're about, and I know what we're gonna do.
Do you pay attention to those rankings at all?
No, I agree with what Josh Gesky said, completely the same way. Like whether we're playing Ohio State or we're playing Brother Rice High School in Chicago, either way, we just got to bring it our full intensity no matter what.
And nothing but the best this year. I mean, with all these starters coming back, and with you guys pulled what you guys pulled off last year, I mean, who knows where this year could lead? College football playoff. Gabe, tell me it's going to happen.
You'll see it for yourself. That's all I gotta say.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Thanks, boys, for coming on out.
sir.
Gabe, Josh, good to see you guys.
Good to see you.